Hello everyone. Today I will be teaching you how to solve this, a 2x2. Let's get started. First, I want to go over some basics. So, the 2x2 is a puzzle with 8 corner pieces. And also, the 2x2 does not have a fixed color scheme because it does not have centerpieces. And basically, what that means is any color can go anywhere. And so blue or green or any color on this cube can go wherever you want it to go, and not like a 3x3 where yellow is fixed to 1, green is fixed to 1, and so on. And yeah, that's the basics. And now let's get in on how to solve it. The first thing that we want to do is pick a piece on the cube. It can be any piece, as long as it is a piece that you want to pick. So, I'm going to pick this orange, blue, white piece here. And then, after you pick that piece, you want to pick a color on that piece. I'm going to pick the white sticker here with the logo. And then, put that color so it's on the bottom. And you can only see orange and blue, so it is on the bottom. Then, after that, it's not necessary to know 3x3, but just the basics of how it works. And we're going to solve the first layer similar to how we did in 3x3, and that link is right here. And so, let's get started. So, what we do is we look for pieces with white in them. And we found this one piece, orange, green, white. And basically, if it shares a color with this piece, then it goes next to it. But if it does not, it goes across from it. So, this piece shares a color with this white piece, so it can go next to it. And note that you don't have to follow 3x3 rules exactly, because in 3x3 you couldn't just do this to get those two together to form the first layer. And notice they're in the correct position because the oranges are lined up like that. And then we can continue doing how we did it in 3x3, where since this one is sharing a color with this one, which is blue and blue, we just bring it down like that. Then for this last one, if you're going to do it like it is in 3x3, or you're inserting the last piece in, notice that you're going to line up the corner to the corner, not centerpieces, because there are no centerpieces. So we're just going to do what we did in 3x3, which is away, up, back, and down. And now we have solved the first layer on the 2x2. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, let's move on to the second step. So, whatever color you picked at first, I picked white. The opposite color, which in my case is yellow, is the color we are going to orient. And by orient, I mean that we are going to place these little cubies in their correct spot, but not necessarily in the correct position, because this one is in the correct spot, but definitely not how it's supposed to be when it's solved. So, what we want to do is we basically want to do that orienting algorithm from 3x3, which the link to is here if you're completely new to this. And basically, we want to find the one already finished corner and put it in the bottom right spot. This one is finished, and we want to put it in the bottom right. And note, there might be more than one, and you can just pick which one to do in that case. And then we're going to perform the algorithm, which is U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And it still didn't orient itself. So we're just going to do it another time. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And now, as you can see, these two are finished. This one is oriented, and this one is also oriented. And in the next step, we're basically going to finish the entire cube with just one 4-letter algorithm. So let's get to that. So for finishing those last layer corners, we want to hold the color that we started with at the top, and we want to put the corner or corners that we want to do in the bottom right position, just right here. And since there are two of them, we're going to finish one, then we're going to finish the other. So basically what we're going to do is this one is unfinished and this one is unfinished, and we're going to finish them with this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. And obviously it still didn't orient. So we are going to just do that algorithm again. R, U, R prime, U prime. Still no. So R, U, R prime, U prime. Still no. So R, U, R prime, U prime. And now it's in the correct spot. And be very careful that you do finish the U prime move at the end, or else it'll mess the whole thing up. And when moving on to the next piece, which is this one, only use D moves, which goes like this. And don't rotate the cube because it will mess the whole thing up. So then do R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, and you don't even have to do the U prime because it just finished. And so that is how to solve a 2x2. I'll see you next time on V6 Cubing.